In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Satechi WR series wireless remote shutter for DSLR cameras. What this remote allows you to do is take photos from your SLR camera in situations where you need the camera to be absolutely still, such as when taking HDR photos, night photos, or photos that require long shutter speed times. It also comes in handy when you need to take group photos in which you need to be in the group photo as well. And lastly, it also comes in handy when you need to take a series of photos at different time intervals, or time-lapse photos. Now let's go over the features. The WR controller is composed of two parts: the receiver, which connects directly to your SLR camera, and the transmitter, which controls the receiver wirelessly. The receiver has a switch that changes between three modes. W for wireless mode, in which you want to control the receiver wirelessly with the transmitter. O for off mode, in which you want to control your SLR just with the receiver. And L for lock mode, in which you want to take pictures that require the shutter to be open for an indefinite amount of time. The receiver also has a shutter button that functions the same way as a shutter button on your SLR camera. Push the button halfway down to focus, then push the button all the way down to take the photo. The transmitter also has a shutter button, but it does not function the same way as a shutter button on your SLR camera. The top button is to take the photo, and the lower button is to focus. Before connecting the controller to your SLR camera, make sure it has a sufficient amount of charge. Then take the cable's tip and plug it into the timer remote plug of your camera. Then turn your camera on. Make sure your camera's exposure mode is set to manual, and make sure the shutter speed is set to bulb. If you want to use the receiver by itself without using the transmitter, make sure you're in off mode, and use the shutter button on the receiver to take your photos. Push the button halfway down to focus, then push the button all the way down to take the photo and hold it for as long as you want the shutter to remain open. If you want to use a transmitter, make sure you're in wireless mode. Use the lower button to focus, and use the top button to take the photo, and hold it down for as long as you want the shutter to remain open. If you want to take a photo with the shutter open for an indefinite amount of time without holding the shutter button down, use the lock function. Slide the switch from O to L, and it'll hold the shutter open until you slide the switch back to O.